Welcome to Family Fun Night. Tonight we're making pop-up cards with construction paper, glue, and a little imagination. Hello, my name is Miss Krissy. I'm from the Harris County Public Library System and Lone Star College Sci-Fair. Welcome to Family Fun Night. Tonight we're going to be learning how to make some pop-up cards. All you need is some scrap paper, maybe some old Christmas cards or birthday cards. You can use wrapping paper, you can draw your own pictures, you can use photographs. Your imagination's the limit. Let's get started. The first kind of card we're going to make today is what I call my talking mouth card. That one requires just one cut. For this, you take your piece of paper and you fold it in half. Then you're going to make one cut. The larger you make your cut, the larger the mouth will be. Once you make the cut, you're going to bend it to one side, bend the other, then turn it over and bend in the other direction. That way when you open it up, it'll be easy to push your finger up to create the talking mouth. And if you need to, you can push down while you push up at the same time. So use your finger to push up and it pops it right up. And that gives you a talking mouth. Now what you can do with this is you can cut it into a shape. Well, let's make this into a heart. And then you would have a talking heart. You can give it some eyes, or if you have googly eyes, you can get some googly eyes on there. And you have a talking card. Now what I did was I cut out of some other paper some blue and yellow ornaments. And I glued those to a page and made the middle red one my talking one. So you open and close it and it talks. And I added a speech bubble that said Merry Christmas because this one is going to be a Christmas card. So that one is by far the simplest card, pop-up card that I know how to make, which is just simply one cut. That's the only cut we made besides the outline. Had you wanted to just make one cut, you would fold your paper in half, make your one cut. Again, fold it one way, then flip it over and fold it the other, then lay it back flat, open it up, and push through, and you have your mouth. Now, if all we want is just the one cut and not adding anything else, we could draw the heart right over where we created the mouth. And that's a one-cut pop-up card. The next one is a slightly more complicated but not very. And you can create many different variations on this one. For this, you're going to take your piece of paper and fold it in half. You're going to have an inside and an outside. So you fold your first piece of paper in half. Then you choose your second color. I'm going to fold this one in half. Decide which one is going to be your inner card and which one is going to be your outer part of the card. you're going to be making the cuts on the inside part of the card. Now for this one, I'm going to make green the outside of the card. So I'm going to leave it full-sized. The white one is going to be the inside, so I'm going to cut that slightly. And I'm going to give this edge sort of a little ruffled edge. You don't have to worry about being terribly exact. The most simplest one to do is to make 2 cuts. The further apart they are, the more stable they are. Then set it down and fold one way. Lay it flat. Fold it the other way. Lay it flat. This way, when you open the card, use your finger to push it through and close it. This gives you a box cut. What you're going to do is you're going to glue, it can be a photograph, it can be an old Christmas card that you cut up, it could be a picture that you printed on the computer on nice sturdy paper. Anything you want to can be the stand-up. What I'm going to do is I have some wrapping paper that I really like. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use this guy and make him my stand-up. So I'm going to cut around the character first. Then I'm going to take my glue stick Then I'm going to take my new glue stick instead of my old one that had nothing left and make sure that I coat it all nice and good. I'm going to flip this over and glue it to some nice sturdy cardstock. Don't worry, it'll make sense in a second. Once it's dried, or if you're impatient like me, I went ahead and just started cutting. Because there are a lot of little pieces on here, I'm going to not cut terribly close to the figure. I'm not going to worry about it being exact. Now at the very bottom, I'm going to cut as straight of a line as possible. That way it is flush against the bottom of the card. And I don't know why I liked this character so much when I was younger, but I did. Okay. So you have your box. Choose which side you want him to stand on. And I'm going to stand him on this side. So I'm going to take my guy and I'm going to cover him in some glue. And then glue him to one side, making sure that he reaches against the bottom. And this has made a pop-up card with Boba Fett. Now, it's not quite done yet, because what I want to do is I want to take this inside card, because you see how you can tell where I cut out to make the box. Well, I want to hide that, and to hide it, I'm going to put it inside of another piece of cardstock. So I set it right in the middle, and then I glue all around the edges and in the middle. Then I set it right again towards the middle, look at the top and the bottom, see if it's about what you want it to look like, and then I close it on it. Press, open, then I open it up again to the side that has not been glued, and then I again put the glue on there. But this time, instead of closing it, I'm going to open it all the way. This makes sure that you don't add any sort of odd little bubble in there. and that you know that it sets up properly. Once I've done that, then I fold it. And I have made a pop-up card. So I would decorate this side with stickers or more of the wrapping paper if I wanted to. So on this side, and we want to make sure that it's the correct one so that when it opens, you see the pop-up. And I'll put these guys in the middle. And then I would write something over here that would say, "To my best friend, Now that is just one kind of pop-up card. You can add multiple people, like on this one. On this one, I made the smaller section be on the outside and the full-sized untrimmed cardstock on the inside. And when I open this one, I have 3 different characters. And these different characters are at different spaces. If you look closely, you can tell that I made longer cuts for this one. The one that comes out farther has the longer cuts. The medium one has the medium length cuts, and the one that is closest to the back has the shortest cuts. And these were from an old Christmas card that I had left over, and I turned it into a brand new Christmas card. So here are the cards we made today. The 2-cut stand-up cards and the 1-cut mouth cards. This is another example of the 2-cut method, except for this time I made the cuts far apart to make one big block. Who can guess what this one is? This one was made using a file folder, and this one has many different levels. There's some close and there's some far. So I had different lengths of cuts. You can even make them giant sized. I used this one making poster board and paint. Still using the 2-cut box method. I hope you guys had a good time and learned to make some new pop-up cards. I hope to see you guys next time at Family Fun Night. Next week, we have gingerbread houses with Miss Missy. Bye. If you'd like to see more programs by our Kids Corner staff at Sci-Fair, please check out our LibGuides. And don't forget to sign up for the Winter Reading Club program from December 1st to January 31st. Sign up and print out your reading log at the link above. And hit the thumbs up button to like and please share. See you next time. Bye. Emmett, are you helping? I don't think that's helping, sweetie.